What's going on, Hollywood?
Oh man, everything, man.
Now,
Life is beautiful, man. We doing great, man. Doing
no,
amazing, actually.
no
You know,
doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Now, should I call you Hollywood or Dope DNA?
absolutely, man. But they call me Dope DNA now. Because my Instagram, tag or at
Right,
moniker. You know what I'm saying? So I've been that for a while now, man. You know what I mean? But you always call me Hollywood H Wood still, man. That's never gonna go nowhere. They never gonna stop
right,
calling me
right.
that. And I'm never gonna get mad at it. I built that name up to something, man. But I just felt like it was, I needed a little change, man. I wanted to change it up and go into a new direction, a new era, man.
Right,
And
right,
reinvent myself, which I've done quite a few times.
right. Now, for those that don't know you, and also for those that do know you, give me a backdrop of your, your story, your upbringing.
Yeah, man. So, I was born in Philly, born uptown,
Okay.
Germantown. You know what I mean? Actually born in.
Wait, wait,
Go
wait.
ahead.
Hold up. Now, where do Uptown start for you?
Man, uptown for me is everything nice town up. You know what I mean? After nice town, going up, all the way
Okay.
up to Chestnut Hill. You know what I'm saying? Mount Airy, West Oak Lane, G Town, Alany, Logan, all uptown to me.
So yours started at Nicetown?
Mm-hmm. When nice town in, going up this way, uptown, man, up North Broad, man. Yeah, man, that's where it starts. Once you get to nice town, then that's nice town. Then
That's
we going
Nice
after
Town.
that to North Philly and everywhere else. But uptown and Shelton, everything is uptown, man. After that, Ogons Avenue, all that, man.
Now, I
now-
consider all that
Yeah.
Uptown.
Now, see, I might get some flack in the comments, you know what I'm saying? But, I like to feel like, I was pioneered that whole, now everybody calling it Uptown, you know what I'm saying? From back when we started our first group Uptown
Okay.
called the Faculty, you know what I'm saying? 6-man group. And we just wanted to bring all the areas of, Northwest Germantown and all of that together.
Right.
Logan, Alany, West Oak Lane, I mean, all of that, Germantown. We just wanted to make it one thing. And like, well, it's uptown, man. We uptown to make us feel like, we family, man. Everybody,
right.
we ain't separate no more. We all together. Price Street, Haines Street, Jungle, Somerville. We uptown, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I consider Uptown the start at Artley.
Okay.
Or you could say Washington, Washington,
Lane?
no, Chew.
Chew Avenue.
Chew
Yeah,
Avenue.
That's where I'm from. I'm from
Okay, okay.
Chew Locust. That's my spot.
Now, Hollywood, listen, the dynamics of it, you could say where LaSalle, that's not considered Uptown.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you go down where Albury Park at, I consider that the start Uptown.
Okay, so you're just going further up.
Right,
You're going
right.
further up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
But you said Nicetown.
That's where it stops. That's where I think uptown stops. Once you
Okay.
get, in that territory.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't uptown no more. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Uptown Theater is, look where Uptown Theater
Right,
is. You know what I mean?
right.
So, some people in that LaSalle area will beg to differ. You know what I'm saying? We uptown. You know what I'm saying? We G-Town for a long time. We Germantown.
Right,
but
right.
Like I said, when we started our group, we said, man, we uptown, man. Everybody said, even Meek Mills. I run my city from South Philly back to,
Uptown.
you know what I'm saying? That's everything about nice town, man. We uptown, baby.
Hey, man,
I'm
listen.
We a fan. We together, man.
Uptown in the building, everybody
right.
is safe.
I was born in Germantown Hospital. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think the
Okay.
hospital there no more. You know.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I'm not they ain't bust me in. You
Right.
know what I mean? I wasn't an implant or import. I was born in Germantown Hospital, and they took me right uptown, baby.
Now, being from Philadelphia, like, what was your upbringing?
It was, like any other kid, man. It had its rough moments. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Single mom. Mom. Trying to do the best she can. Grew up 6240 Langham Pike. You know what I mean? As a little kid, man, went to all the schools: Prince Hall, Kinsey, Martin Luther King, Ada Lewis, all uptown schools. You know what I mean?
That's both of my
And
schools right there.
It was cool, man, growing up as a kid for me. You know what I'm saying? It was happy.
Okay.
It was some bad things in there, you know what I mean? But my mom did the best she could, you know what I'm saying? Being a single mom with 2 boys.
Right.
You know what I mean? The absolute best she could, man. Beautiful mom, man. Best mother ever, man. You know what I'm saying? For me, I hate to say this, man. The opposed to love when you say this, I ain't had no father, in my life.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I thought I thought that you had to earn a dad. Like you just didn't just get a dad. You had to do something.
Okay.
Like you had to be special at something for your pops to come around. Like this is my son, yo. So when I played sports, man, I really did it. You know what I'm saying? I was amazing at football. That's my first love. And then my cousin gave me a basketball, and I threw the football away. Like this is my thing right here.
Right.
I
Right.
became awesome at that. Even with the rap and all that, I just felt like, maybe if somebody saw my dad and told him that, oh man, your son, yeah, he really good with that football or basketball. He really, man, you need to go. And he would show up.
Right.
So I mean, I just felt like, I don't know why I felt that way, but I just felt like maybe I gotta earn his presence, not realizing that you don't have to earn your dad's presence, man. You know what I'm saying? He just should be there because that's your father. I'm 45 now, and I just had a conversation with my dad at 45 years old. I
Wow.
just now had one, and he wanted to, we kind of talked about, why he wasn't around, and he felt like, maybe we was talking bad about him, like my mom. And I tell you this, which is rare, I think, my mother never spoke one ill word or negative word about my father. It was always like when she mentioned him, like, your dad, he used to play drum. He was a drummer in a band with my uncle. Your dad was bad on them drums, and he talk about how good he was, how good he looked, and you talk to your father. When the last time you saw your father, like, so to learn 45 years later that my mother never spoke one word, he could have found it out 25 years ago, or 30 years ago, or 40 years ago. You know what I'm saying? At 45, man, just having a conversation with my dad, not trying to get emotional about it, man, but I really, it's cool. I accept it. It's great. I love him. You know what I mean? But I could have used that talk, man, 45 years ago, 40 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I would have took some different routes, some different paths, having him there. But it's all good. I got him now, and I'm straight, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that turned me into a father that, my kids don't know no days without me. Not one day. You know what I'm saying? And only time they're going to know without me is when I die. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like any other parent or any other human, I have my, my ups and downs. I have my, I ain't perfect, but they can't say not one time my dad just bailed out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I had a lot of reasons to bail out. I think, you know what I'm saying? Not having no money, not having this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? That caused a man really to go, you know what I mean? Like I can't raise these babies. I can't do, but me, I'm like, my presence is probably the most valuable thing.
Right.
Just me being there, them seeing me, because kids, that's what they remember, the times. You know what I mean? They don't want nothing. I wanted a Rolls Royce. They don't want a Rolls Royce.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want a 6-bedroom mansion. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They just want a big wheel and just dad, wherever he live, in the projects or in an apartment or in a small house. They just smile at dad, man, when they see dad. So, I got 3 kids now, man, and they all wonderful, man. They all beautiful children. I'm glad I didn't, bail out or anything like that. But it's learning how I felt, not having my father there. I ain't feel good about it, playing sports. My mom really can't be there because she working 2 or 3 jobs. I look in the stands as, my mom's there sometimes, but, she wasn't there all the time. You know what I mean? Catcher ain't even get off the bench. Their parents was there.
Right.
I'm nice. I ain't got nobody out there. Shout out to Mr. Reg, though, man. My boy, in Dewan Pops, man. He used to be there a lot, man. Cheering.
Now, growing up, without having a father present,
Mm-hmm.
did you have someone that was a father figure?
Man, sheesh. Some of the coaches, but that's only when you go to practice.
Right.
And then when you leave, that's it. Probably the closest thing, man, could be like my cousin Moon, real name Dantes, you know what I'm saying? And he only like 5 years older than me, you know what I mean? But, it just seemed like, I was just close to him. We was close, man. Taught me a lot how to play ball, about girls, all kind of stuff, the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, somebody 5 years older than me is the closest kind of father figure that I have, you know what I'm saying? My mom is married now, but she didn't kind of get into that relationship till I was like a teen, like 17, 18, 19.
Okay.
So by then, you done lived that long without that. You like, I don't need one right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm good, but I probably could have used him anyway. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. It's all good. It's all good, man.
Now, are you the only sibling or you got other?
So I have a younger brother and a younger sister.
Okay.
Me and my brother got different dads, same mom. Me and my sister got same dad. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Different moms. So and I try not to get too upset or think too deeply about it, because my little brother, throughout the years I've saw my dad, I've kicked it with him, but my little brother, he never saw his dad ever in his life. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he know what he looked like at all. You know what I'm saying? He never spent a day with him, a holiday or nothing, not a phone call or anything like that. So I'm probably the closest thing to a dad he knows. You know what I'm saying?
Now, growing up in the city of Philadelphia, you know, you could be conditioned by your conditions.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you was growing up, was like did you take not having a father present and you act that out in school and things like that?
I'm sure I did.
Okay.
I'm sure I did. You know what I mean? Knowing my mom is at work trying to do this, that, and the third, and just it's normal stuff that kids do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I grew up. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of different characters, I say. You know what I'm saying? Some drug dealers, some drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. When I was little in my house on Lincoln Pike, I saw a lot of different characters coming in and out the door. And I could just remember saying to myself, like, I'm gonna be different.
Right.
I want to be different. You know what I'm saying? They was cool, they was good people, but I just wanted to be mad. I want to be different, man. I wanted to just really go for my dreams and stuff like that, man. I just didn't really want to spend my life like that, man, or even around there. You know what I mean? So I thank God for it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
For seeing those different characters like that, man. And yeah, man.
In Philadelphia, especially where you said Uptown, it was eras where drugs was,
Hmm.
distribute in our community. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Some of us got loved ones that was on drugs
Oh
and
yeah.
whatever. Did you ever have to go down that road?
Um. So now you mean selling them or
Selling
doing them?
them.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I want to apologize to my community for that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Getting involved in that. Selling that. The enemy's dope to my own people. I should never have done that for no reason. You know what I mean? When God gave me a brain, I could use it in the right way and get money, get more money. You know what I mean? But when you create those conditions like that, then we're gonna get creative on how to get us some money.
Right.
So we gonna go to them drugs. But my aunt Tina, man, one of my favorite people growing up. All the belief I have in me now comes from her, man. She would always hype me up when I was a little kid and made me believe in myself. And she died from from drug usage and stuff, man.
Okay.
80s drugs, man, crack and all that type stuff. You know what I mean? So that's the type of stuff I grew up under, seeing that type stuff in my house. You know what I'm saying? Around things like that. So I learned from that and just like, I never do it. I got involved in selling it, but I'm ashamed of it. It, it is what it is, I guess. But if I can go back, I would, and not do that shit to my people, man. And
Right.
not even,
Right.
you know what I mean? Just stuff like that. But it's totally unnecessary, man. You know what I mean?
Have you as far as the music, right? What did you grow up listening to?
Oh man, growing up, oh man, all hip hop, man. But R&B in the house, gospel. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? I remember my Uncle Lou, man, playing them records. I
Okay.
remember I can just see the Sugar Hill Gang record right now in my head, man. And hearing that hip hop, man, listening to LL Cool J. What? That's my favorite rapper, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't call it a comeback. I've
Been
been here
here
for
for
years.
years.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I wanted to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Right.
would grab a brush or whatever and be LL Cool J, man. And yeah, man. But then going into the '90s, man. Hearing Nas, you know what I mean, and Biggie, and then later on I heard Big Pun, and just the rapid fire style he would rhyme with. I was trying to write my little raps, man, and I heard them dudes, and like Big Man, I was balling them up like, no, they ain't good enough. They ain't as good as theirs. You know what I mean? It's got to be tight like that.
Right.
So I wouldn't even display my little raps until I know my shit was tight, like Big Pun or Nas and them. You know what I mean?
Now, What was your first rap name?
My first rap name was Legacy.
Legacy.
Hmm.
Okay,
My
okay.
first rap name was Legacy, man. Yup.
Legacy. I
And
like
then
that.
how I got to Hollywood was I'm in a Chinese store and there's a cipher in there and everybody rapping, and then I go in and I rap, and it was like a dope fiend too, man. And when I stopped, man, everybody was just like, yo, because they didn't really know I rap like that, and it was like, yo, like Shiz. They call me Shiz.
Right.
Yo, Shiz nice. And the little dope fiend guy was like, man, he going to Hollywood, man. He going to be, he going. And I just went home like, you know what, man, fuck it, Hollywood, that's what it is, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's just how that went right there, man. But yeah, man, it was fun, man, just growing up like that, man. Dangerous, you know what I mean? Now you look back like, damn, you know. But when you grow up in something like that, you don't really feel those dangers and those pressures because it's kind of become the norm.
Right.
You know,
Right.
from the outside looking in, you see it like, yo, y'all crazy hanging out right there or doing this or doing that. But when you're in the inside and you're doing it, you can like, what? What are we doing? We just,
Right.
this is normal for us, which it ain't normal. It ain't normal at all, man. You know, the foods and stuff that they serve us in our community, man, tearing us apart. Just the environment is just so damaging, man. You know what I'm saying? I commend and I give applause and praise to anybody that can make it out of there.
Right.
Because it's made for you not to make it out of there, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just wanted to make it out and take anybody I could with me, all my friends, whoever, man. Like, I can't forget about them. You know, how can you get to where you're going and forget about where you came from? How does a man do that? How you do it? I don't know.
Now, in that era, it was probably one of the best eras when you was coming out as Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
That's when it was fun. It was more unity,
The
and that's the
competitive
Pico
nature.
era.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. The
Yeah.
competitive nature, man. You had to be nice.
Right.
You had if you wanted any attention or anybody to put ears on you, you had to be nice. So
Right.
I knew I had to be nice. And my boy, man, my man Aaron B, which kind of got me started in rap, you know, because I would write raps, but I would write more like poems because I would write them to no beat.
Okay.
And this time I didn't really know about instrumental and all of that stuff. I knew I wanted to rap, so it would just come off like poetry. And we later down when we talk, I'd make a connection with that for you when I met Jay-Z and what he
Okay.
said.
Okay.
But it came from, you know, and when I was on the Starlito's Way tape, Too Raw for the Streets,
Yeah, I remember that.
I did the acapella, and it came off and it blew up, right? Because, you know, I was looking for beats that day, and I was just like, well, they rapped over that, and they rapped over that. I didn't really want to rap over everything. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go acapella. But I was so used to it because I was writing to no beat anyway.
Right.
So that's why it felt so sharp. It was just so effortless because I was already doing that. You know what I mean? To no beat. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, you had to be super nice, man, in our era, the DVD era,
Right.
to really. Somebody said you was nice then, you was nice for real. For real. It wasn't no fluff. It wasn't none of that on it. It wasn't. You had to be nice, man. So I knew if I was gonna go outside and cats was gonna challenge me, I was challenging cats. You got to be ready, man. You got to be ready. So that sharpened me up to what I am today. Just make it look so easy because I came up out of that. That's the lion's den for real.
Right. Right.
For
Right.
real.
Now, so who are some of your peers that was coming up with you in that era?
So we talking Vodka. We talking Cheek Raw. We talking Freeway, Petey Crack. We talking Journalist.
Shouts to Journey.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that guy. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. My partners, Aaron Butters and them, man, Sonny Black.
Sonny.
We talking, man, everybody. Joey Jihad.
Okay.
All of them, Reed Dollars. You know what I'm saying? All of them. I'm gonna give you a quick story about Reed Dollars. This is about the time I'm rolling with Freeway.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm doing shows with him. I'm like his hype man at this time. You know what I'm saying? And after the show, people come up with their cameras, they want interviews, and one guy was like, yo, I want to talk to you, man. He's like, you did real good up there, man. He like, man, you really made that show, man, like that, like, you know. And he like, man, you like the best hype man I ever saw. And right when he said that, Reed Dollars was in earshot, and he came right over and cut him off. He was like, man, he ain't no hype man. That's Hollywood, man. He nice. Matter of fact, he might be nicer than everybody out here in this lot. Like, and that, like, don't ever let nobody call you no hype man, Hollywood. So shout out to Reed Dollars, man. That's my man right there. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, I just want to say that about him. You know what I mean? Because I was about to go off like, you know, oh, okay, I'm the hype man, you know, but you know, that's what I was, and I did my job. But Reed Dollars was like, nah, man, he ain't no hype man. He an artist himself, and he nice with it. And Dor was like, word, and then the interview was totally different.
Reinsurance.
Yes.
Reinsurance of who you originally are.
Sometimes you need your friends to do that for you.
Right. Now, coming up in that DVD era, how did you kind of like separate yourself from the rest of the artists that's a part of the city?
Like I said, doing that poetry, doing it to no beat.
Okay.
Having nothing to lean on. So I put that pressure on myself. Like, what I'm going to do is almost every word and every syllable now has to be sharp. I can't take no breaks off where the beat can hold me up for a couple bars and then I can get back to it.
Right.
There's no beat there. It's only me.
Right.
It's only my words. They got to be super sharp. And then that was it. That was like making up a monster right there. So that was the birth of what, you know, what Too Raw for the Streets called the acapella king.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The most fire, no beat, freestyle, period. You know what I'm saying? So,
now, I know when I first seen you, it was on YouTube, but it was a little bit more word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But when I finally put the word of mouth to the actual person, I was like, oh snap, because your image is like between the 50 Cent, the LL Cool J stuff. So I was like, oh, this guy about to take off. And then when I actually heard your music, I was like, you dope,
yeah,
man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. So I always try to be that, man. Just be original, be different, man, and be a surprise, be a shock.
Right.
You know,
right.
Aesthetically, like you said, aesthetically it's something else. But when you listen to the music, you're like, damn, hold up. You know what I mean? It's something else there.
Right.
So I always just try to write from the perspective of the people, man.
Right.
What they going through, and just try to nail that, man. And you know, I'm a rapper, so you braggadocious a little bit in there about yourself.
Right.
But I come from another cloth where I'm the one that can articulate the feelings of the people, so that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Amongst my friends, amongst my community. Okay, he the one, man. He can articulate what's going on. So that's what I try to do every time I put pen to pad. Just try to be that real with it, man. You know what I'm saying? All the time, and be articulate with it.
Now, who's some of the people, for those that don't know, that you collab with within the city?
So
in that time, in that time.
I did songs with all right, let's go down. Ines, Ab Lava, Gilly, Spade, Black De Niro, Ape Gang. Oh man, who am I forgetting? Man, so many.
That's a good list right there.
That's our list, man. That's you know what I'm saying. So heavy competition. Jack Frost. Freeway. Yeah, man. So when you rapping amongst giants like that, man, you gotta come off.
Yeah,
you gotta go. They're gonna rewind. They're gonna fast forward your part. You know what I'm saying? They gotta take you off the song. But you know, thankfully, that never happened to me. It's always like, man, his shit is the most fire part of the song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how hard I go. Just trying to find a pocket in the beat that I think that the other people not finding. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to really listen for another type of pocket and melody that I could come off that I don't think that they hear, and I just come off with it like that.
Now, coming up with guys like Freeway, you know, we're the home of the spitters. So it's in our nature to be competitive.
Absolutely.
Did you ever have to run into an artist where they like, man, I'm better than you? Or they feel like they're better than you and they want to challenge?
Nah, man. And I was really trying to think, like I really wanted to be humble right there and say, nah, man, they knew what it was. You know what I'm saying?
But in that,
I had a little back and forth. Me and Mike Knox.
Okay.
Had a little something, but that came from something else. right now I can look back having conversations. Was probably a little bit my fault. We both were, down with 50 Cent at the time, and trying to get on.
Right.
And they came from a conversation I had with a mutual friend of ours where I mentioned them, where it might have got taken the wrong way. Because I was fully invested in the music, like I was all the way in. And Mike, they street guys. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I was former. I'm
Right.
in music, but they still had one foot in, one foot out. And I think I made that comment like, I don't think he really on it like I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? I think it just got taken the wrong way. And we butted head, but we talked since then. That's my man. I love you, boy, Mike Knox. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little guy, man. And I think, they respect me. I'm a little guy, but I go right at it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
One day I saw him one day and I just was there. Like, man, be like, what's up? Then we like, man, come here, man. Well, let's talk, man. He like 6'3", 6'4". You know what I'm saying? But I think I just got respect from a lot of people because, I just, I stand my ground, man. And, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, if I'm right, whatever. But, in that instance, I believe I was wrong. For some things I said, it was just taken the wrong way out of context. I didn't mean anything by it though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Negative. It was just sent back the wrong way. And we had our moment, but that was the only guy that tried. They had like a G Unit Philly little group. As a matter of fact, it was him, Tone Trump, and somebody else.
Vague.
Yeah.
Vague and I don't want to mess up his name, but it was another guy.
It was another guy, you know what I'm saying? And YouTube was probably just popping, and my folks turned on YouTube and they was talking about me, and I was like, oh yeah, let's get it, you know what I'm saying? And I went hard in the studio that night. I went crazy. But other than that, man, ain't nobody ever, try to, in their head they might have thought they was better, but the outcome is it ain't good.
Well, that was good that that two men can see a situation and what I'm saying, just not be on that type time and move forward with things.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's
yeah,
dope.
Man. So like I said, man, shout out to Mike Knox, man. That's my boy right there, man. Got love for him, man. Love for him, man. Love you, boy. Keep doing your thing, whatever you're doing, man. Hope you be successful at it. And we talk a lot of times since that, little head butt moment, man. But we were both hungry, man. Both hungry lions, trying to get on, trying to take care of our family. You know what I'm saying? And in that state, you might bump heads, man. You gonna bump heads with somebody. I mean, it's all good, But we men, and we squashed it like men. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't my homie talking to his homie. It was me and him. You're just standing there, just me and him, and that's how we did it. That's how we handled it.
50 Cent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How did you get in that situation with 50?
So the initial call was made by Charlie Mack.
Okay.
Taking me up there. This was like 2004 or 5. Like this was 50-50.
Right.
And we went up there, and I like to give names and dates and stuff so y'all can corroborate my story. You know what I'm saying? I know they be calling Fat Joe Cat and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, shout out to Fat Joe, man. I love that show too. Fat Joe Jada is the most odd pair that works. But Joe be telling the stories and Jada be like, come on, man. So you don't never want to be that, like that. But
right.
So I give names, man. My boy H was there, Miz. My boy Big Mark, a couple people, Charlie, and obviously 50 Cent and Lloyd Banks and everybody. And, he said I was the best rapper he's ever heard in his life.
Wow.
So for me, it was like an emotional moment to hear that because I worked so hard at my craft and what I was doing. And I felt like it really wasn't going nowhere. And then boom, I'm in front of 50 Cent. And let's say the meeting was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We didn't leave till like 4 o'clock that morning.
Right.
He was like, nah, I ain't going nowhere. They actually wanted to take me to Canada on tour that night. Or the next day they were flying to Canada, but I had no passport. They couldn't take me. They had the helicopter on the roof and everything, man.
Wow.
He wanted me to come live at the crib with him and everything like that, man. I was telling my man Big Mark if I could get him on the phone, man.
Was that around Get Rich or Die Trying?
Right after that.
Right after? Oh, wow.
That was in between that and like the Curtis album. I think that was. The joint that had like Piggy Bank and all that on there.
Yeah.
And I Get Money and all that was coming out. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good era right there.
Yeah.
That was a good era.
So you can go on YouTube and find that. If you do like G Unit, Hard Rock Cafe 2007 or 6, something like that.
Okay.
You see me come out on stage with 50 in those YouTube videos.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, he wanted to sign me. So if I could tell a story, man, just get into it deep. So this is a moment where I thought my life was going to change and my family life was going to change. So the deal was like going to get done. No doubt about it, the deal was done. So I mean, one time I'm standing in the hallway or the bathroom or something, and 50 come in the bathroom, and it's like the fourth quarter in the music business. It was like the end of the year, and he like, well, it's 3 weeks to the first quarter come back around, but before that label money come in, he like, I'm gonna give you some money just to hold you over. You know what I'm saying? When you go back home, so you'll be good.
Right.
So until we get the real deal done, so you ain't got to go back to the hood. 'Cause I was selling dope and stuff and hanging out.
Okay.
And my man Eddie Kane told him, my man just like caught a murder and stuff like that. So it was hot uptown. So he was like, man, we don't really want to send him back out there.
Right.
He was like, he come live with me. This is when he had Mike Tyson out. Like he come live with me or whatever. But I wanted to go back home because my girl just had a baby, my first son.
Right.
So I wanted to go back home and square things away and tell her what was going on. And I remember when I got home and my cousin Miz, he was like, man, y'all good. Y'all life about to change, man. It don't even worry about it. It's on. Y'all life about to change, man. And things ain't work out. It did, it never happened. And I'm saying that to say to young people, give everything your all, but don't make it your all.
Wow.
Give it your all the time. Whatever you do in your life, give it your all, but never make it your all. Because if it don't work out, it can totally crush you like it did me. I got angry at music. I got angry at life. You know what I'm saying? To the point of thoughts of suicide. You know what I'm saying? So I got to make sure I say that on here, you know what I mean? And be that transparent with you and try to be as real as I can and not try to get super emotional. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Because, you go home, and you tell your girl and y'all got a baby and this thing you've been working so hard for, that she see you working so hard for, and she think you deserve, and your friends think you deserve, and you say, then people said, don't worry about it, it's on and popping. 3 weeks, we good, it's
Right.
on. And the 3 weeks turned into 3 months, and 3 months turned into 3 years. It crushed me, man. You can crush a person. I made it my all, I had to eat that way. It was the way I saw fit to try to eat, and I wasn't eating. So, yeah, man, give it your all. Don't make nothing your all, man. Have some other things. Do some other gifts and talents that you got, man. Always give it your all, though. Always 100%. But don't make nothing your everything, man. Because if you do that, just like people, you make them your everything, and they break your heart, or they do something, and then you totally crushed, man.
Right,
You feel like
right.
you can't bounce back. So I don't want kids to ever feel like how I felt. So I hope, just listen to me.
You felt when you thought it was promising.
Oh man, promising, ain't there? You know what I mean? It's like we found a pot of gold. We found it.
Right.
We looking at it. You know what I'm saying? And it happened to me again in life.
Wow.
And again. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I like to give names and stuff, so I'm not capping you or I'm not hyping up the 12-inch Zenith on anything. You know what I'm saying? You the first person to get this story, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the first person to get this story right here. I ain't even gonna tell that shit, man, because sometimes taking my mom back there, it's like it can trigger something, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it was there. It wasn't even a promise. It's like, yo, this is it. I remember talking to Yayo, and Yayo, he had diamonds and watches, and he has, rings and stuff. And he was showing me his stuff, right? And he like, I got $1 million crib, man, Windy Road or whatever. And he like, I got all this, 50 gave me all this stuff. And he was like, man, you better than me. So imagine what you gonna get. And this is before 50 was doing the movies and all that. And 50 was telling me like, you gonna be G-Unit, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna take over the reins. I'm gonna go do this movie shit and this TV stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I wrote movies back then. And when I went up there to visit him, I took my movies to him and everything. And I remember Prodigy was reading my movie treatment that I wrote. And he was like, man, this shit, young boy got it, man. This shit is good. You know what I'm saying? So 50 called everybody. He called Mobb Deep, MOP, all the G-Unit. I rapped one time. And he was like, all right, don't rap no more. He went out the room, came back, like an hour go by. It was like he called the whole Queens to the office, man. I thought the whole New York was in that bitch. Chris Lighty, rest in peace to him. He pulled up in a yellow like Lamborghini or something, left the shit running for like an hour and something. And he was like, yo, he the one. So they was getting things ready, man. And Shy Money,
yeah.
he was making calls, trying to get me into Canada, trying to get me there. Like I said, I had no passport. Like he was like, the rap you just said, we're gonna go on stage tomorrow. You're gonna do you gonna do the same shit in front of 20,000.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he wanted me to live with him. And you know, I just had to go back home and tell my girl what was going on, because I just ain't want to just stay there and call her and tell her. I want to go back home and tell her, you know, face to face, like, we good and stuff like that. And my boy Big Mark, to this day, he'd be like, man, I don't think you should have went home. He was like, man, you should have got on the helicopter and went to 50 house. He said, I would have went back to the city and packed up your family and brought it to you. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm just like 50 in them, you know. You know, I'm my own man, and I want you to always understand that no matter what we doing business or we doing friendship, whatever, you know, I'm my own man, but, you know, I'm a soldier too, so I'm accountable and you can count on me. But, you know, I got integrity, and I want you to know I'm moving like how you move, and I always want to set things straight with my people that got my back, to know where I'm going and what I'm doing, and then we good, you know. Like I said, things ain't work out, things ain't happen. Crushed me for a long time, and if you listen to my music, after that time, you can hear the anger in me. The music changed. I got angry at music, you know, and I never should have got angry at music, because music didn't do anything to me but save my life.
Right.
You know, got me out of the street. You know, I could have been in the street, but I'm in the studio, and I'm in there all night, you know.
Now, after the disappointment from the situation with G Unit, you know, how did you, you know, emotionally feel about, you know, even going back out there and try to be with a record label?
I think I felt a little embarrassment. I don't even know why, but I just felt like, because people knew, like, because every day it's like, yo, what's going on with 50? Like, what's going on with Gina? What y'all doing? You know? And I was like, oh, I don't know, you know, whatever. And like I said, it happened to me again. It happened to me with Swiss Beats too, you know. Same deal, man. Went up there one night, one rap. It was like, yo, it's on. It's on, man. And that's on YouTube too. If you put in like Hollywood Playboy and Swiss Beats,
okay,
it's like 4 or 5 or 6 different in the studio. And he was calling people, managers and Clive Davis, and like, yo, we got the next one. And at the time, his wife was Mashonda. And I was in the room rapping, and she came in the room, and he was like, she never come in the room when people rapping. Like, she don't like nobody raps. And she been in here the whole time while you been rapping. Like, I know we got something. And they said they liked my voice, my vocal tone in the studio. And he told somebody, go in the booth, take that mic down, and then go get this other mic. And dude left the studio and came back with like a titanium briefcase. They opened it up, took out the special mic shit and put it up. He said, he gonna rap on that from now on, because his voice.
Right.
He got a special voice, and that's the mic he gonna use. And same deal. Contracts was getting made, man. I hate to talk about this shit, you know. And then Cassidy got hit with that body. And I think he just got spooked. And everybody's numbers changed. And I couldn't get in contact with nobody no more. And my deal was like, again, it was all right on my fingertips, and then that shit happened, man. So, you know, that's what it is.
Now, where you feel like you would have been today if you would have, you know, signed a deal with 50 or signed a deal with Swiss?
I don't know, man. You know, in a perfect world, I'd be a lot richer. In a perfect world, I'd be so much richer. You know what I'm saying? You know, or whatever. But that's I'm talking money.
Okay.
But I'm rich in experiences.
Right.
So now, in hindsight, I look back and I thank God and say, okay, I know what you was doing. I know what you did there.
Right.
Because now, you know what I'm doing now with my life. I got so much to talk about, so much lessons that I learned, so much to give back to my community and to the youth. You know, from by the time when I thought, like, oh man, all this is bullshit. Like, I don't even understand God right now. Like, why am I going through this? For what? You know, I'm so much better than them people and this guy and that guy or this girl. And I'm so much better than them, but why is this happening to me? Now I look back and say, it couldn't have happened to a better person. It couldn't happen to a better person but me. Gave me thick skin that I needed. It gave me the knowledge that I needed. And I'm still out here ferocious. I'm working on more music projects. I'm working with the youth. Oh man, it's a blessing. It's special, baby.
I like that that you work with the youth, because today in our culture, our community, um, the youth is missing something. You know, whether it's that upstanding role model, or whether it's the person that they can just look up to, you know, and can lead by example.
Man, I tell you what, if you would have told me I would have been doing what I'm doing now, if you would have told me that 10 years, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I'm like, you crazy.
Right.
You crazy. Ain't no way I'm going to be standing up in front of huge rooms of our youth and they want to hear what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man, get out of here, man. But I'm here, man. That's why I say when I look back now, all those experiences are my degrees.
Right.
To teach, you know what I'm saying? So the youth, you know what I'm saying? That was all the makings to, you know, the position of where God wanted me to be, you know what I'm saying, right now today. So I thank God for it all, man. I thank God for all those moments now that I got so angry at at the time it was happening to me. But, you know, that's life. You know what I'm saying? That's life. But it gave me all the rules, the tools, and the jewels that I use right now today.
Right.
To be with the youth. And they get it, man. And my thing is just to change their mindset, you know, especially how they view themselves. How they view themselves. And the byproduct then is how they view their community. You know what I'm saying? If I can get you to value yourself more and love yourself more, it's just gonna go right over to you valuing everything and everybody around you and loving. You know what I mean? If I don't love myself and I tell you I love you, I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you, man.
Right. Right.
I can't give what I ain't got. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I can just have them look in the mirror and see something better. Just that small thing. Speaking to each other, being pleasant to each other, being kind to each other. Small things. You know what I'm saying? Looking in the mirror and saying, I don't see no nigga, man.
Right.
God don't even make those. Somebody else make those. You know what I'm saying? I see something greater than that. Okay, now I can go outside and see that in my brothers and sisters too. And even when we have a difference, I'm not trying to kill them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's my brother, that's my sister. But if it's like, if I just feel like I'm a nigga, which is nothing, and y'all niggas, then it don't mean nothing to me to kill a nigga. To do harm to a nigga, because that's nothing. What is it? Just a thing? And it's nothing. But if I can get you to see something different, man, then maybe I done my part. Maybe, like I said, all those things I went through, it just wasn't for nothing. It was to be where I am today, talking to those what they call YNs, you know, and they not YNs. If they is YNs, it's just young noble, you know what I'm saying? But they young brothers and sisters, young men and women, and they brilliant. You know, they didn't make this world. Let's not forget that.
Right.
The things that they dealing with, the generations before them fucked this up, if anything. Now we telling them they got to clean it up. Hey, it's a big job. Somebody got to do it. You might not want to do it, but you just got to do it. You know, but now I feel like God prepared me for the moment. Just like every time. Just like when I went in them offices and I had them rhymes ready to go. Prepared me for the moment. I've always been prepared for the moment. And I'm going to stay prepared. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stay tapped in with the youth. And I'm 45, so I've been alive as long as hip-hop.
Right.
So I can't help but dress this way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be young. I'm hip-hop. I'm always be like this with the ones on. My jeans got a little sag in them. My hat's like this. My shirt's got a little bag in it. It's whatever, man. I'm hip-hop, baby, and I'm proud of it. It saved my life. That's how I feel. I feel like it did, you know, from a lot of my friends and stuff and from my neighborhood. You know, it helped condition me to where I'm at right now.
How dangerous is it to be a rap artist today in this society, in this industry?
It can be dangerous for sure. You know, it can be very dangerous. You know, just I think they're coming in with a bunch of baggage, you know, into it. You know what I mean? And they never let the baggage go before they, you know, it's like going into a new relationship. You want to heal some shit, man, first.
Right.
You know, you want to let some things go, man, before we come in. But they coming in already with the gang mentality. They coming from gangs and coming from, you know, different neighborhoods and blocks that's feuding. And they just deciding, oh, I'm gonna just try this rap thing. But me, I feel like I was pure. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm using this to get away from the street. I'm using hip hop to not sell dope. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to go to prison. I'm trying to get out of. I really come from it, man, for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 6240 Lincoln Pike, man. I really come from it for real. I really was born in it, not sworn in it. And when I went to hip hop, it was to escape. I don't want to. Now it's like they using hip hop to get more into and to showcase the shit that they doing in the street. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm here for, to try to encourage them to change it up, you know. Just like the dope dealer, got a good spirit, just got the wrong product. They got good spirit, you know what I'm saying? Because they just using their God-given talent to articulate in the wrong way.
Okay.
Just change it up. Look,
Right.
change the product, what you selling. You got it. You can make dope music. You can make anything sound dope. Does it have to be about murder for it to sound dope? No, it doesn't. Do you have to disrespect your sisters and call them hoes, bitches, and thoughts for it to sound dope? You don't. So you just need somebody in the room with them to say, you just change that word. Say something different right there. That's all. They'll do it. Say, brilliant.
Hollywood. Who and what destroyed hip hop music?
Who and what destroyed it? And we all play a part in it.
Right.
You know, when we sold it, when we first made it, it was ours in our possession. And then some people figured out, well, if we can buy them off, we can change it. We can now dictate what's in the spotlight and what's not. You know, when it first started, you know, I believe they say it was about, you know, love and peace and unity and having fun.
Right.
And you know, just trying to change the conditions of our people and their minds. And it was working. It was working. But then some other people got a hold of it, you know, white folks got a hold of it. And
what about NWA?
Yeah, NWA now, it's kind of, you know, because they were speaking for the brothers and sisters out on the West Coast politically that was going through things out there in them streets, you know. But, you know, again, it's freedom of speech, man. You know, you're speaking your piece how you want to speak your piece. We ain't mad at that. But, you know, I believe they actually had a fight that they was fighting, you know, sprinkled in there with just some gangster shit, you know, some street things, elements. But it was a real fight in there they was trying to fight. So I can't sit on this couch and just blame one group.
Well, not the point of finger, but that's just like
you think like that's the start of it going that way.
So I'm gonna give you an example. Me and you, we walk into a clothing store, right? You're there to buy something. I'm there to steal something, right? Just opened up, and is in the neighborhood, is in, you know, in our community. You're there to buy something. I'm there to steal something, right? So you don't know that I'm actually, you know, trying to steal something because you're there to purchase. I end up stealing. I end up getting caught. Now, do I put this stigma on people that look like me coming in that store now? Now, if you times that by 5, 10, and the same people keep coming to that store, that's going to be known as, oh, that's the store that always people go over there and they, you know.
Unfortunately, in society where we live in, it does. It will. But just for certain people. Just for certain people, if you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
Because nobody commits more crime and rob more people than those bankers, and they wear 3-piece suits. And nobody says, I don't trust people in 3-piece suits. I don't trust nobody in a suit and tie and a $5,000 suit.
Right.
Because you're always ripping people off. But sometime when it come my turn, now all of a sudden, my outfit bothers you. I don't trust in white tees or they pants sagging. You must be a criminal. But we don't put that same stigma on the real criminals of the world that's robbing people every single day. You know, the president just sent feds or whatever they sent to DC. But why you ain't send them in the bank? Send the military to the bank so they can find out exactly what they stealing. You know what I'm saying? Send them up in City Hall and see all that they stealing from us and all the corruption. Send them up in them jails so they can see all the corruption, all the bad things they doing to them prisoners. But when it come my turn, then you want to deploy them and send them out on my people just so they can beat them upside the head like y'all like to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? What y'all good at. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of things going on. But send the military inside those mortgage companies that's ripping everybody mortgage off. You understand what I'm saying? Don't just send them to my block. Send them everywhere if you're concerned.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's just a symptom. Violence is a symptom. That's not the cause. They always going to focus on and have us focus on the symptoms of something. They never going to fix the cause of rebellion. You know what I'm saying? What caused the rebellion? Fix that. But don't give me a symbolism or some type of temporary thing for the rebellion just to calm my voice down about it. No, once you fix the cause for the rebellion, now we're talking. So I know you ain't never gonna fix poverty because y'all make too much money off my people in this condition. You're never gonna fix that. So I don't care who y'all put in it. I just need to get black people out of it. You understand?
Is there a difference from black people and ends?
Is there a difference between black people and niggas? And,
right.
Okay. We can say that on the show, niggas?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Nah, man. I mean, what would be the difference? I think black people and niggas eat macaroni and cheese. Black people and niggas eat fried chicken. Black people and niggas eat water. Black people and niggas listen to hip hop. Black people and niggas wear, Timberlands. Black people. So I'm like, you have to tell me what's the difference.
So I would say the unique difference is black people could eat macaroni and cheese. Mm-hmm. Then you got the ends that are still the macaroni and cheese.
Still
Black people could listen to hip hop and get educated and get the concept of the message that the artist is bringing. Mm-hmm. But then the ends are use that and go and rob another end as a theme music. Because I know when I was out there, I would listen to DMX or 50. I can quote lyrics that just that frequency would make me want to go and hurt somebody that look exactly like me. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like the separation from now the ends and the black people does live in the same neighborhood.
That's what I mean. Like, when you say black people and niggas, I'm like, they do a lot of things alike.
And a lot of things different. I'm going to ask you a question, Hollywood.
I know some black people that steal too.
No. So that's what.
I know some black people that do a lot of crazy
Hollywood, but that's when you separate them. And you be like, no. You became those ends. Exactly.
You over there.
Now, let me ask you something. When you walking into a store, I'm just gonna I'm gonna paint it where you're walking into, let's say Germantown. We here. You walking into the store. You see a group of guys that got poo shiesty mask on and everything, and it's 90 degrees outside. Is your antennas going up?
Probably so, because I've been conditioned by this system to do so.
Right.
When maybe those poo shiesty masks might be the people that saved my life. Going back to the person in the 3-piece suit. You know what I'm saying? It's like on, what movie is that? I think it's Don't Be a Menace. When the Asian people were so focused on the black gentleman, it was the white gentleman doing all the stealing.
Yep, doing all the stealing.
You know what I'm saying? So what kind of world we live in, what kind of society we live in, where we judging people by how they dress?
But do you look at it just not judging, but just looking at the consistency of the image?
Yeah, well, we all had our thing. They just doing, all children want to be cool, man. They don't even know, half the kids ain't never robbed nobody and don't plan to rob nobody. But it's the cool thing is to have a poo shiesty mask. That's all. The cool thing is to wear a hoodie.
But now, Hollywood, somebody could also look at it and be like, okay, well, a junkie is a junkie, but that junkie could still rob me. That junkie could still try to rape me. That junkie could still try to, harm me. You know what I'm saying? So it is kind of like a difference. Do you believe our community, our culture, we don't fully hold ourselves accountable for our actions?
Sometimes it could be that way, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it
Fair
can
enough.
sometimes
Fair
be that
enough.
way. Absolutely. Again, like you said, it's a condition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Until we fix ourselves and we raise better children that can be that way, But people that raised us, they ain't know no better neither. You know what I'm saying? They ain't know no better, man. When you're in survival mode, that's a death mode.
It is. It is.
That's a death mode. They say it's survival mode. That's a death mode to be in. You're not living at all. You know what I'm saying? So everything you do is it's just like death. Your education, horrible. Death. The food you eat, death. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you turn, your medical, everything is just death, 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 man. You know what I'm saying? The way you teach your kids, now you're teaching them death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So until we're not failing, we've been failed by our parents. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, not blaming them because they ain't know no better neither, man. They just know what was handed down to them, these conditions, and now they're just trying to survive. Until we can get in a state where we live in, then we can do something. We can do better.
What made you sell dope, and who did you sell dope to?
What made me sell dope was myself and just, again, the environment saying, okay, this is the quickest way to get me some money. You know what I'm saying? And I sold it to my own people. You know what I mean? My own people, which is, I have to answer for that when I leave here. I just strongly believe the things that we do down here, they get written down somewhere with the big God, and they don't go nowhere. You're going to talk to them about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I apologize again to my community. I wasn't no Rayful Edmonds or nothing. I wasn't no huge dope dealer. No freeway Rick Ross. But if you just sell one piece of crack, man, you in the wrong to your own people, because it's your enemy's dope. Imagine that we take the enemy's stuff and we shove it down our own people's neck. We don't have to do that. We are resilient people. We are brilliant people. But when you create them conditions, man, where people starving and they surviving, they're going to get creative somehow.
Right.
They're going to get creative somehow, and it might be some shit you don't like. So, but what made me start selling dope was just plain and simple, man. Like, I need some money. Can this gonna give me some money today? I need to eat today. Okay, fuck it. But I'm realizing I'm putting my life on the line and everybody around me. My mama ain't raised me that way though. I didn't come from a house, to be doing that. But inside the house and the environment outside the house, two different things. And sometimes the environment outside is much more powerful than what's going on inside the crib.
That's a fact.
It can really influence you.
That's a fact.
Things.
Now, when you was outside, right, and you knew who your customer was, right, and not to just be stuck on that, but you knew who your customer was. You knew who was buying your product, right? Did you ever think and say, "Oh snap, I'm hurting somebody that looked like me"?
Every time I did it, every single time. But
so that's that part right there, that conscious. That's the black man in you, versus the YN that you and did the music that surrounded you. That didn't help, did it?
No.
It actually encouraged it. So my point that I'm trying to make is we are conditioned by our conditions.
Oh yeah. Everything is a factor.
Right.
Everything plays a factor, So, how could I hear hate all day and then spread love?
Right.
How can I hear death all day and then think that I'm going to spread life around? You know what I'm saying? Everything's a diet. Everything's a diet. Not just what you eat on your plate, but what you allow your eyes to see and your ears to hear.
Right.
Because even when you don't think that you are, you're going to give it right back. you're gonna spew it right back. You know what I mean? So, you have a point. Where did I learn how to call women bitch? In rap music.
Now remember, back in the day, if you was caught calling a woman out her name, oh, it's everything is hell.
Mm-hmm.
Now today is accepted,
Mm-hmm.
and they accept it. Not all, but a majority of them, they accept it.
Mm-hmm.
They exploit themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, we had the Greek picnics, the Uncle Luke's, and all of that stuff. Now, women is just like,
Yeah.
you go on Instagram, and you done seen the whole, porn site right up on there.
But that's, again, that's the system again. That's it. It works. It's been working, but it's not perfect.
Right.
We must continue to fight against it. But I think we may suffer from give-upism. That seems like a people that has given up and said, okay, whatever you want me to be, I'll be it.
Right.
So, okay, if I call my people niggas and hoes and bitches and tell them, and on my record, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna kill them. And bitch, soon as you come off the porch, I'm gonna make you into a hoe, and you gonna give me a check for that, and I'm gonna live good. I can live good. Yeah, okay. I given up. It's give-upism. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, no, y'all checks and y'all TV or whatever you want me to be on, it ain't worth me destroying myself, one, and my people. Just ain't worth it. You know what I mean? You gotta be that type of individual, man. And we all got a conscience. We all got one, man. You know what I'm saying? That you're born with some type of something that won't allow you that. But we all got one. So don't think that just because they doing bad stuff that they don't feel something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But again, the environment, like you said, the music, these factors, these things is just like driving it. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's a cool factor, man. If you make death and spinning the block and shooting things cool, that's it. But if I can make it cool to not do that, if I can make it cool to go back to calling women ladies again, or honey, or baby, or sweetie, or sugar again, we have that power. Because if I had the power, if I could sell you death, I could sell you life. If I could sell you wrong, I could sell you right.
How many people want to listen to that? That's it comes down. It really comes down to.
Soon as, unfortunately, man, it's always going to be, and the system that we under is going to be about popularity. What's the popular thing that people are doing? Again, kids want to be cool. Every kid. I don't care if it's a black kid, a white kid, a Hispanic kid, an Asian kid. What the kids doing outside that's cool? Because I need to be cool so they won't make fun of me, so I won't be the oddball. What they doing that's cool. Pooh Shiesty Mask, everybody want to be in a gang. Everybody want to be fussing and fighting, and you got to have an op. You know what I'm saying? That it's cool to have an op, and then so they just gonna do what's cool. But it's up to us to step in and say, nah, that ain't cool. This is cool. We have to take more charge in this fight. And not to come down on anybody, but on the radio, they had a song that was like, they rolling with the murderers. They rolling with the murderers. And
right.
I don't know if any black parents went to the radio stations and said, if y'all play that song one more time, this radio station won't be here no more. It won't be here.
Nope.
And going to the TV stations, the VH1s and the Zeus Network and all that stuff that's spewing all of that poison around and saying, if y'all keep doing this, you won't have a network. The money that you got, count it good because you ain't getting no more. Spread your virtues, not your vices. You know what I'm saying?
Hip hop is it's a genre where it's very contradicting, and it's very direct to who they sell it to. When I lived in Cleveland, Ohio, it was a local college radio station. Forgot the college. I think it was the community college downtown. And they strictly played pop. The DJ played rap. They protested against the DJ for never to play rap music on that station.
Because, when them people, when they feel some type of way about something and they want to go in protection mode, that's what they do.
Right.
And
we don't.
We can stand to learn something from that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Going back to me saying again, this radio station, y'all play another derogatory thing on here like that. Now, of course, it's freedom of speech, but we got to be able to evaluate the music first. You know what I'm saying? Why is it, like you said, why does this mess go on my radio, but it don't go on theirs? Because they don't want to do that, screw their kids up like that. Even if they do turn out screwed up anyway, but it won't be by the hands of the parents not being diligent enough to say, nah, this ain't cool. We're not doing this on this radio. I done heard 2 different edits on the same record for 2 different stations. Like a Bruno Mars record.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They play it in loud words in that record on the black radio station to slide, a bitch or this or that. And then I heard that same record on the white radio station. I'm like, it took all of that out. It took all of it out and switched it all up. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. But I can't get mad at them because they're doing what they're supposed to do. Now, we got to do what we're supposed to do. We ain't just got to sit back and just take everything. We just tolerating everything until we don't tolerate it anymore. Then it'll stop. And the only time anything ever changed in your life is when you got so fed up, so sick and tired, and you couldn't tolerate it no more. That's the only time something changed or something stopped. That's it. It's like no more to it. You just gonna keep tolerating it, they'll keep doing it. I feel like they're just gonna keep doing it to see what we gonna do.
But then Hollywood, you gotta blame the dealer, because the dealer is cooking up and serving it to our people, while their kids is going to those nice schools in the hills.
Absolutely.
They're telling, you got artists, and no disrespect, but all pun intended. You got artists that say trap or die. You want to send my kids, my nieces and nephews, and the kids that's in prison,
private school,
and you send your kids to private school.
Yeah.
When do we hold the artists? Forget the label, because the label is not the creators. They the puppet master. When do we hold the artists accountable, fully accountable? Like, you can't get out here, because you got artists that's fake activists. You got artists that's coming out here and talking to these kids, but in their music, they promoting something else.
We know what poison is. When you hear it, when you see it, you know
Right.
it. So when you hear it or you see it, nah, this ain't happening. I don't even have to approach the artist. I just mind my own children. You'll never listen to that.
Right.
You'll never hear that. Not on your iPad, you're nothing. You know what I'm saying? No, ain't even worried about it. But you know, I forget where I heard this, but it's like the mad scientist and Frankenstein. You know, who was the problem? The mad scientist or Frankenstein? The mad scientist. Frankenstein was minding his business. He was dead in the ground. The mad scientist dug him up, took him back to the lab, wired him up, drove him crazy, and he started to kill people and destroy things. Now, if I fight Frankenstein, I'll be fighting him forever, because the mad scientists are going to keep producing them.
Right.
They're going to keep producing them. You know what I'm saying? My fight, it's the mad scientist that I got to put a stop to. I got to put a stop to this boy right here. You know what I'm saying? Because he could just keep turning them out from that lab. It's nothing. But Frankenstein was minding his business. He wasn't never killed nobody. Mad scientist screwed him up. And then boom, we got to deal with him. Now he be knocking things over. You know what I'm saying? It's the mad scientist, man. We got to get to the real cause, the real problem, all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I know, what was it, last week? Seen you on the stage, man. You was talking to the community. It was awesome. I love the message that that you said on the stage, man. And another thing, when you got off the stage, you went straight to the people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm always turning to the people, man. But when I turn to my people, I turn to my people and say, where do y'all need me? I don't turn to my people and say, hit my Cash App, hit my PayPal, you know what I mean? I need this, I need that.
The Dr. Umar effect.
I ain't say that, Dr. Umar. I wouldn't even think about you, man. I wouldn't think about nobody, actually. I was just saying. But I don't even know that situation, but I guess you said it was going down. But, after I closed my restaurant, I was already in the community, but I close my restaurant and I come outside and I turn to my people and I say, where y'all need me?
Right.
Y'all need me, where y'all need the help at? That's where I'll be. I earn mine. So I'm always with the people. Like I said, I ain't never left them.
Right.
I ain't never gonna leave them, man. No matter what's going on, how bad it's going, I'm gonna be in a fight with them. You know what I'm saying? The good fight, man. Doing what I think is the Lord's work, man, for real. Because that's where God wants me to be. I'm here, and I think that's where God would be. But like I was telling them on stage, our kids, man, it's sad for me because kids be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, they can't even read. They can't read and write, man. So if they can't read and write, they can't articulate. That means they can't explain themselves, their emotions and their thoughts and their feelings and their ideas. That'll get frustrating. This is how the rapper becomes the star,
right,
amongst the group. It's so easy for him because he can articulate. That's all. The rapper is just the most articulate one in the bunch. Jay-Z is probably just the most articulate dude in Marcy Projects. You know what I'm saying? Biggie's probably the most articulate dude in Fulton Street. You know what I'm saying? This is how some, if not most, like I say, you take a gang leader, probably the most articulate one. He's not the most forceful. He may not be the most violent, but he could probably be the most articulate one to express how they feel. And able to express that to the rival gang or the next people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, man, sometimes be like, man, he a punk, but he got all of them doing what he say do. He say go kill somebody, they go kill him. He say go do this, they go do that. He just the most articulate, probably smartest one. Now, you articulate, then you smart, you can get some money. You know what I'm saying?
Hollywood, I see you still selling that dope.
Oh man, still
in
selling
a positive
it, still moving
way.
In a positive way, man. So yeah, man. So this is something that I put together, man. One of my students, man, in my program, he come to me one day and he say, man, Mr. Sean, I think I'm gonna do a clothing line. So in my head, I'm like, I bet, I'm gonna do one too, man. You do one, I do one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Really, I was saying that to say, all right, I'm gonna go find a blueprint. I'm gonna go find a marketing distributor who can make it. And when I get that info, when he ready, I'm gonna pass it to him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't waste no time, man. I got it all together. And I made up a saying for dope, because my Instagram ain't been dope DNA, I think, since I've been on Instagram. And I said, man, I gotta come up with something that, dope. So it's dedication plus opportunity plus preparation equals elevation. And we only going up. You know what I'm saying? Now that's dope.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that.
I made that up and everybody really liked it, man. Especially the kids like, oh man, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And everybody just started buying it, man. And everybody got them. I sold out like the first day of this stuff,
love
man.
it. I
and
love
hats
it.
And all that. And I really wasn't selling the hats. It was just a solo hat I got made for myself.
Right.
And when I got the shirt, man, I was like, oh, the shit matched. And
I
put it on. And now everybody like, yo, I want the set. And now I got to double back to the distributor or whatever and be like, man, I need the hats too now. So they've been buying the hats and the shirts, but y'all can follow me _dope DNA and, cop you the dope shirts, man. I got the hoodies coming in different flavors, different colors and all that for the fall and the winter and stuff. But, that's how I come about, man. Like I said, I'm more ferocious than ever, man. My mind is better, man. I'm just as creative. And I'm an artist, man. I got to create.
Yeah.
Or,
yeah.
I might die. I feel dead if I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I have to create.
But you changed your message.
That's right. I changed the message, man, and changed the product that I was delivering to my people and deliver them some life, deliver them something good. That's all. Change it.
I like that you, for one, you started off with holding yourself accountable.
Absolutely.
And you apologize for, distributing pollution to the community. I really honor and I really, really respect you for that.
Oh man, you gotta, I gotta tell my story. It's a must. I told myself that. That's why I came here.
Right.
I just gotta let it go and just tell it because it may inspire some other people that's going through or been through the same things I've been through, and it could free somebody. But as I'm talking to you, who's getting the most freedom? Me. It's freeing me, man. Wow. I can feel the weight coming off just by talking to you right now. Like I say, here I am thinking that by telling my story is helping somebody else, but it's helping me the most. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be accountable, man, and just try not to feel guilty. And I heard this somewhere. I might have I might have heard it. I want to say maybe KRS-One, man, and it was guilty. It was giving up inspirational living towards yourself. You gotta stop feeling guilty. Giving up inspirational living towards yourself. That's what guilty is. You gotta let that shit go, man.
Right.
You know, God already forgave you. Universe already forgave you, man. Forgive yourself and keep your head up. Keep chest out, keep your head up, and keep on going, man. And young lady, young man, young lady, stop feeling guilty, man. Don't do what I did to myself.
Right.
Because it just had me just suicidal, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, listen. Man, if anybody in the sound of my voice that can hear this, that's watching this, if you get anything, man, like I said, give things your all. Don't make it your all, man. And when you do wrong, we all human. We all did wrong. That's not a unique symptom.
Right.
Or trait. Everybody I know did some wrong shit. But sometimes, man, people don't come out of the wrong shit they do, and they don't even think they deserve to live good because of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hollywood, let me ask you a question. And this is a question that I actually asked Non-Brigade. You know, when was the last time you cried?
The last time I cried, when my daughter was born.
Okay.
Yeah. No, all three of my children. Yeah, all three of them. So when my son, he's 2 years old now. He'd be 3 September 14th. I cried when all my children was born. But and then no, my son was born 2022. So I cried 2020 when I closed the restaurant.
Okay.
I cried maybe like 2 days later, because of the way it happened, and it took something from the community, man. That was doing real good in the community, and like, yeah, it wasn't that night. That night I was mad angry, and I think the next day, so it was like 2 days later, I did cry, but that was the last time. It was like 2023. Yeah.
Now, you spoke of a restaurant that you opened up. What was the name of it?
Go Vegan Philly.
Go Vegan Philly.
Yeah. Oh man, well, we got to get into that.
Go Vegan Philly.
So, Go Vegan Philly actually started out as was going to be a juice spot.
Okay.
Juice and smoothie spot. And man, I tell you, man, I took all my money out the bank. I took everything I had in my pocket and bought juicing equipment, and I never used the shit.
What?
Because my homeboy that I was with, shout out to Taj, my homeboy, he brought in a third partner that was a chef.
Okay.
Now, he was like a raw chef. We had like 50 juices, an abundance of juices and smoothies, like 50, 60, 70 maybe combinations that we was doing.
Right.
It was ill. This third party came in that was going to be the chef. He added like 5 or 6 raw wraps and salads and stuff, which was cool. This was like 2017 when we started, like October.
Okay.
Come December, this guy went on like a month of silence. He wasn't talking to nobody. I'm calling him. We about to open the business in January of 2018.
Right.
He ain't answering the phone, man. He ain't picking up. So I call my boy, like, hey, your boy ain't picking up or nothing. Okay, all right, let me call him. He finally get in touch with him. He talking about, oh, he on a month of silence. You can't go on a month of silence, man, before we start a business.
Month of silence?
We start a business in a month. We supposed to be talking like crazy right now. So we got rid of that guy. Now we brought in another guy.
All right.
And we say, all right, we're not going to open in January. Let's push it out to like February 2018. Okay, now this guy came in. This would change Go Vegan Philly from a smoothie and juice spot to more of what you see, what it was, a food restaurant.
Okay. Because
he was a real chef, and he wanted to do spaghettis and burgers and all kind of stuff. So we shrunk the juice menu, and then the food menu went up. So now the birth of Go Vegan Philly being a restaurant came like that. But here's the thing. That chef bailed out on Operation 2.
Why?
Right? So we are about 2 days away from our opening day. This is probably a longer story than we gonna get into. But okay, I'm gonna try to speed it up. So, all right, he comes in. We have a taste testing party. Man, a lot of people showed up. It was crazy. They loved it. They loved everything. But it was a black bean burger from scratch. That was amazing. So let's say we're gonna go President's Day weekend, February like 16th. We're gonna from my house. We're gonna just serve food and stuff every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from the house. We take pre-orders Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We do shopping on Thursday. We sell food on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Great scheme. We never overspend. We know exactly what we need because we got the orders. A day before let's just say grand opening. The day before, the chef calls and say he's going to be late the next day. No biggie. Mind you, I don't know how to cook none of this shit. And my boy, we kind of just like helping hands in the kitchen.
Right.
You know, we would help out. You know, I was busy, you know, counting the money, keeping the books, taking the orders. I was more like that.
Right.
Okay, the day of comes, he calls about 3 hours before, like I said, grand opening or whatever we doing. And he says, I'm not coming. I can't come. He got cold feet about starting his own business and getting out there like that.
That pressure.
Yes. He says, I'm not coming. But mind you, what I say, we took these pre-orders and we got so many orders. My wife went to Walmart and bought a dry erase board. She wrote so many orders on it, she couldn't fit no more. So now we had to use my daughter's play school, chalk on one side, dry erase on the other side. She wrote orders on both of them sides. This is how many orders coming in. Now, I told you about that black bean burger you made. That was awesome.
Right.
Maybe like 80% of the orders had a black bean burger on it. We don't know how to make this shit at all. It's from scratch. It's not store-bought and just it's from scratch. So my wife get off work maybe like 3:15. We were supposed to open at like 4:30. I pick her up from work. Luckily, she worked like 5 minutes away from home. I pick her up. She get in the car. She look at me. She say, "What's wrong?" I say, Q, man, just called. And I got to put your name. I got to say your name, Q. I say, Q just called and said he not coming. Of course, she like, what? Yeah, he not coming. So I'm the chef now. I don't know how to cook anything. I got to learn it on the spot. But here's the thing. I said, I just need you. I tell my wife, I say, I just need you to learn how to cook this black bean burger. And you got about 15 minutes to learn. We're going to go to the market. We're going to get the ingredients. You're going to put it. She never did this shit day in her life. And it's plant-based. It's not like it's a steak burger or something.
Right, right.
From scratch, she got to make this. When I tell you my wife learned how to make this burger, and not only did she make it good, she made it better. Because the customer was like, damn, that shit different, but it's better. We call it the Big Mac of Go Vegan Philly. She saved the ship. A wife and woman is important.
Right.
It's important. We just put our dick up for a little while. We can really get into them helping us build. She saved it. But I'm going to tell you something about myself and be real with you. If he would have called me 3 days before or 2 days before, I would have quit. That was the state of mind I had at that time. I would have just shut the whole operation down and said, you know what? After what the first chef did, he quit, and now he quit. Maybe God is telling me I'm doing the wrong thing. What are you doing? But that wasn't the case. What God was saying was, I know my child, and I've seen you do this before. I've seen you add people on your mission that don't belong. So I'm going to put some people there, but I'm going to take them away as I see fit. I'm saying if you would have called me 3 days before, that would have gave me a big enough window to call customers back and say, we ain't doing it. I seen your money back. But the window was so short, I had no time. I still had to go. I had no time to quit. I had to put my big boy pants on and I had to make something happen. God had to show me, boy, you got it. What are you talking about? You know how you want to do this thing. You know how you want to get this thing done. It's you. You're going to be the driving force. You're going to make it happen.
Right.
Without them. And we made it happen. And you're going to use your wife. She's going to help you. And that's what she did. And she helped. She said, the ship, the nose, the plane, the nose is down. That black bean burger did like this. And then she got out of the pilot seat and then I got in it and then I took it the rest of the way.
Right.
But the nose was down and my wife pulled the motherfucker up for me. But I was adding people on a mission that wasn't supposed to be there. Right? And I had to learn something about myself that I got what it take. So God made it happen in such a short window, there was no turning back. I couldn't turn back. I got to go, man. I got to go out there. The crowd out there, the lights is on, the referee's there. You got to go ball, baby. You can't be like, oh, well, damn, he hurt. Well, it's on you, man. Make it happen. And we made it happen, man. And that's the beginning of Go Vegan Philly right there. That's the beginning, how it all started. But it gave me that belief I needed to make it the thing that it was, as popular as it was, as much as the shit as it was, man. And restaurant, they say, probably the second worst business to start. They don't open for long. We did 5 years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, yeah. Yeah, man. So, you know what I'm saying? And I went to a business school, like before I did it, I went to this little school that was having a little seminar, and the little Asian lady was like, kind of sly telling me my shit ain't gonna work. When they had everybody stand up in the class, like everybody stand up and tell everybody what your business plan is and what you want to do. So I stood up like, oh, I'm gonna be selling mushrooms and vegan food to black people. They're like, man, black people ain't gonna eat that shit. She like, but I don't know. Maybe she was testing me to see if I was going to stand
Right.
on what I was, But like 2 people in the class was like, actually, man, that sounds kind of brilliant. Like, we going to take mushrooms and turn them into fried chicken? Like, how you going to do that? Like, for real? Like, you can really do that? I'm like, yeah. But she put the battery in my back by making me feel like she didn't believe in me. 99% of my customers is black people. So I thank black people because everything I ever done in my life, it was black people that helped push me to new heights every time. So I got to come back. I don't think I want to live in the hood, but I got to come back because everything I've ever tried to do in my life, it was black people first that said, hey, and pushed me in front of other people and said, this guy right here is one of our best. He's one of our creators and creatives. He the shit. We believe in him and we gonna hold him down. I ain't never had to worry after starting Go Vegan. Some of the best times of my life. The most money I've ever seen in my life. The things I was able to do for my family because of black people that they told me wasn't going to do anything, wasn't going to like it, and they loved it.
What happened to Go Vegan?
So I didn't own the building. I had a landlord, and he wanted to sell it. He wasn't really getting no buyers on it because of where it was in Wilmington, and I had a thing going on that was popping.
Right.
So a lot of people was like, nah, he doing his thing, and the amount of money you want for it really ain't, So he found a buyer, but contingency was on that. They got me out the building because the daughter of the father that was going to buy it, she wanted her own restaurant. She wanted it bad. She saw it was popping. Oh, so she thought, oh, this shit is easy because he's making it look easy. I can move right in this spot, open up, and the people gonna come.
Right.
It never happened. But so they staked me out the deal. It was in between. I was supposed to be getting a new lease on my deal. And for like 6, 7, or 8 months, I hadn't heard from my landlord. I was texting him and, sending stuff and he wasn't responding. But that was kind of unusual because before that, we would always check in with each other at least like twice a month. Just say, hey, how was it going? Everything all right at the restaurant? Yeah, everything good. We need anything fixed or, no, everything good, man. I'll come by, get something to eat later. Okay, cool. But then for like 6 months, but I'm so busy, I really don't notice how the time is going by and I hadn't heard from him. But that was key because I was unable to get the lease again and sign on again to do it again. And that was all they needed right there. Boom. The people came in. I'm gonna tell you what the people, and these are African people. They came by and they said, all right, well, we'll be the new landlords, but you can stay. You don't worry about it. You can stay. You just rent from us. I'm like, okay, bet. Same going rate that you was paying. Everything will stay the same. Maybe a couple weeks by, they came in and said, we want to open up our own restaurant. We're not going to move you out, but when you close, we going to open. So when you close at 7, we going to open at 8.
But in the same restaurant?
The same restaurant. I'm serving plant-based vegan food. They want to serve turkey chops.
That is crazy.
I'm not going to do my customers like that. So we was butting heads right there. Now I'm going to tell you something, man. I actually initially said, okay, because I felt so exhausted by it all. I was like, okay, that's what you want to do? Okay. Because I just didn't want to take it away from the people. I said, okay. Wow. A couple of weeks went by. The lady came back and said, that deal, like that thing we talked about me opening up, a couple hours after you close? Because she wanted like a hookah lounge spot and, a go up spot at nighttime. She said, forget about it. You got 30 days. Then she said, like she was being nice to me, I'll give you 60. I said, you only got to give me 6 seconds, man. I'm out of here right now. I'm done today. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But, you know, after talking to my wife and talking, you know, to do it right way, you know, we just take the 30 days so your customers just won't feel like you just was open on Monday and you never came back on Tuesday, man.
Right.
So, you know, took our 30 days, man, and closed up July 22nd of 2023. And that's how it happened. And that was like, man, one of the worst days of my life. I thought the 50 cent shit and all that shit was worth. So now I'm like, oh, man, you know, but they gave me thick skin. That gave me the thick skin. The shit that happened with me before, to keep my head up, stay strong. As a CEO, you got to look down. You got to keep your head up, and you're looking towards the future. You all right? You're going to be all right. You've always been all right. And, you know, I came back to my city. Hey, we all need me. My cousin Cindy, man, she was like, man, we need you down here with these youth. Can you come down here, man? You work with us. You know, I know it ain't going to be the money that you was used to making with your own stuff, but we can use you, man. We can use your knowledge and stuff, these kids. And from day one, kids took to me. And I've been there ever since, man. From day one, man. You know what I'm saying? Now I got my own programs outside of that program that's doing well. And,
Right.
you know, like I said, when I turned back to my community, it was a turn back to say, I don't need y'all to hit my cash app. I don't need shit from y'all. What y'all need from me? What you need from me? We need you to come down North Philly, Broad and Dolphin, and be down here every day. Can you be down here every day? Yeah, hell yeah. Because I can't forget what y'all did for me when I needed y'all for Go Vegan, when I needed y'all for my hip hop music that even put me on 50 Cent's radar and Swiss Beats and Timberland and all of these people. That's what y'all did for me. So I got to do it. I don't care what money. I told, don't even tell me what you're paying, man. Just come on, let's go. We'll talk about it later. Talk about it later. So till to this day, even up to the other day, she was like, I think I can get you like $6,000 more. I was just like, thank you, cuz I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's like, you know, they were talking like, you know, 17,000, but I don't think we can do like 17,000. I think I can get you like 5 or 6, you know. I'm like, cuz I ain't going nowhere. Don't worry about it. I ain't going nowhere, man. I'll be right here, baby. If you can do it, just do it. If you can't, I ain't going nowhere.
Now, when losing your restaurant, mentally, where were you at?
I was kind of in between, because immediately though when I lost it, and other businesses and business owners and entrepreneurs found out that I lost it, they were coming at me like, yo, here's a building right here. Here's another building.
Okay.
You know, come team up with me or we could do something. They just didn't want me to quit. There was like kind gestures, you know, people just showing me love, like sending stuff to my DM and stuff like, you know, here's another building, you know, what you think about this building, man? You should come check it out. You know, I know somebody, man, they could work with you, blah, blah, blah. They just didn't want me to go. And I appreciate that. So that kept my spirits up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I just, you know, I felt crushed, you know, and embarrassed and crushed and everything and angry. But the people was like, nah, man, what you talking about? Pick your hair, boy. Ain't that what you tell us?
Right.
You know what I mean? Ain't that? I remember just a quick story about one of my customers, but it happened a lot, and his name is Frank. He came in one day, and I was having a bad day. Some stuff was going on. I was just having, the day wasn't going good. And he came in, and I wasn't the same person. And, you know, he got his food and stuff, and before he left, he touched the door, and he came back. He said, hey, Sean, man, I can talk to you real quick. He said, man, you know, I was having a bad day, and I came in here because every time I come in here, you make me feel good, man. I feel good coming in here, man. Just to see you, your smile, man, the way you treat us, you know what I'm saying? And he said, I came in here today, man, it was different. And he said, something going on with you? I said, yeah, man, you know, I mean, something, I'm having a bad day. He said, but don't ever let it turn you like that, because even some people, man, we need you. We come in here and look forward to you, man. He said, if you change, it changes. Don't change.
Wow.
Don't change. Have the bad day, have the bad moment, but just make it a moment, man. But you get back to, he said, you know, I came here, you know, I was looking for that Sean, you know what I mean? That Sean thing, man, that pound at her, hey, man, what's up with all that? And it was just like, man, what's up, man? It was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if he was saying to me right or wrong, it felt good. It felt like it was right what he was saying to me. He said, if you change, it changes, man. This whole thing running on you, baby. Don't change, man. Stay who you are, man. You all right, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. And he was right. I'll be all right. It was all right. You know what I mean? But yeah, man.
You ever went through a moment where you blamed yourself for your setbacks?
Yeah, absolutely. I always blame myself, and then my homeboys always got to remind me, like, man, you was doing everything right. You did everything we asked you to do.
Right.
You did everything they asked you to do. It just, it wasn't in your hands. You can't control everything. But I blame myself all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I look at my lady, man, and it just made me think of that. You know what I'm saying? You can't help but to think like that, man. Like I said, I'll be transparent, man. Sometimes you look at life, you don't have certain things, or, you know what I mean? You like, man, we should have it.
Right.
You know what
right.
I mean? We should, but damn, man, I fucked that up. And my homie like, man, you ain't fucked nothing up, man. If anything, they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Not you, they fucked up. But you did everything the way you was supposed to do it, man. You was always on time, like today, like you said, you know what I'm saying? Preach me being on time, always pro no matter what I did, man. I was always sharp. I was always pro. I never let nobody down, taking me to an office or a meeting or radio or anything. You know what I mean? So, I did my thing. It ain't happened, but I'm still here. I'm still alive, and I'm better. I'm better than ever.
Let me ask you something, Hollywood. Do you feel like you got your fair shot in life overall?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. I got it, and I'm still getting it. I'm still getting shots after shot, chance after chance to recreate, create, reinvent, be here. As long as I'm alive, I'm going to be like this. You know what I'm saying? Don't expect it to stop. I'm going to be just like this. I'm going to be in your face. I'm going to be upbeat. I'm going to be joyous. You know what I'm saying? That's different than happiness. That happiness is temporary feeling. That joy, that's everlasting. That's going to last forever. I'm going to always be joyous, man. And I got to sometimes remind myself of that. Like, man, you alive, man. You can make anything happen. You made all the other stuff happen in your life. You know what I'm saying? A little kid from Germantown, man, from Uptown, you know what I'm saying? With nothing, man, in the hood, can make it to a 50 Cent and a Swiss and the Timberland to be there and even get them offers like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then create something that's totally not in that field, or go vegan. Now, I ain't never been to culinary art school. I ain't never been to business school. Now I'm both of them at the same time. I'm the chef, and I'm running the business.
Right.
And
right.
I was doing it well. You feel me? So I had field work. I had field knowledge. That I think is more valuable than somebody that was sitting in the class learning. I learned it on the job training in the field and made me a monster. You know what I'm saying?
What does gloves up, guns down mean to you?
Oh yeah, man. Teaching the youth that, their actions and reactions don't always have to be violent,
Right.
killing. So I always try to teach them again mindset. In life you're gonna have differences with all kind of people. We had differences with our mother. I ain't finna kill her, put a pistol on her. You know what I'm saying? So again, going back to teaching them how to be articulate, how to read and write, going back to the basics. So this teaches them now, if you must have a confrontation or a conversation, you now have the emotional vocabulary to be able to explain yourself to the person that you have a difference with without it going to violence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if we got to go there, we could put these up.
Right.
Get one in, and then we can shake, hug, and then go get something to eat. Everybody alive though. Nobody feelings hurt. Nobody butt hurt. Nobody got to feel like they need to go get a pistol. We do it like real men. Real men. If you really feel like something got to happen, all right, we go out back. We take it out back. Put the gloves on. But everybody's alive, man. Everybody good. You know what I'm saying? But once somebody pull a gun out, it's over. Because when one come out, two come out, three, everybody's going to come out, and then it's a mess, man. But it gives them that confidence, especially if they know they can do hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
It just give you a whole nother confidence. You squash a lot of stuff knowing what you can do, what you're capable of. But when you that ego and you're not really sure of yourself, you would just go right into something and,
How important is it for you to walk away from a confrontation?
It is important for me to walk away from a confrontation if I see that this confrontation is not going where I know it should go.
Right.
Then I have to walk. But mostly I let my energy control the room. So most of those confrontations are going to go exactly how I plan them to go. But in the event that I feel like this is going somewhere where it shouldn't, then you walk. You should always walk. Let cooler heads prevail. You know what I'm saying? That's always the manliest person in the room. I can take this walk to think, and we come back and then see if we can get back to trying to fixing this thing. But that's always the good thing to do. Everybody just take a walk, man, until you can get your words and your thoughts together to come back to make sure. We should always be making sure none never go to violence. First.
Right.
First of all, I'm stepping to you not to punk you or to I think you're a coward or to get anything with you, but because I'm a man. I'm just coming to you, hey man, come on, man, let's go over here and talk, man. We talking. And then you'll find out it's all petty. Most times it's the most pettiest thing ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh man, well I thought you had said this and I didn't say that. But I thought you said this. I didn't say that either. Who said that? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, we was about to kill each other
for nothing.
If they could just use the words, if they can just put the words together and the confidence together to say that's the most gangster thing. Nah, man, the brother I supposed to have a problem with, I saw him yesterday. I stepped on, we talked. That's all good. It's squash. We good. We straight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. My last question to you. What's one thing that no one know about you, but they should?
One thing no one knows about me, but they should know. That I watch a lot of TV shows or documentaries that's just about random things, like coral reefs or something.
Right.
Because for me, in my artistry, I feel like you always got to stay curious. This fuels the creativity, the curiosity. So I can learn some things that ain't got nothing to do with music or nothing to do with food or nothing to do with anything. Like I said, coral reefs, I'm just learning how important they are to the ocean and to our well-being and our life, and the ecosystem and stuff. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's dope. Okay. Oh, you know what? They gave me an idea for a song. You know what I'm saying? Stay curious. Stay curious. Always try to gain some knowledge. Never stop learning. Never stop learning. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you learn, the more you know, the more you find out you don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just never stop learning, man, about anything. I'm just learning about dolphins. Like I said, this coral reefs and all this other stuff, man. And I'm just like, I'm really intrigued by it, man. So I'm in the house. You probably think I'm in the house doing cooking stuff or learning about some food or, listening to the latest Nas album or, nah, man, I'm in the crib learning about ants or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's dope. I know I said it was my last question, but I got to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
10 people, artists from the city of Philadelphia to go and verse another city. Give me your 10 lineup.
A 10 lineup. Ooh, a 10 pack. Ooh, that's a bomb squad.
And you can add yourself in there as well.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. If that 10 don't take me, it's like not taking the Mamba to the dream team, to the redeem team. you need the Mamba, baby.
Right.
So myself, Beanie Siegel, Black Thought.
Okay.
Vodka. Reed Dollars. Myself, Beanie Siegel, Black Thought, Vodka, Reed Dollars.
That's 5.
Oskino. Spade. Ab Lava. Damn, man, I'm leaving out Miss Jade. Fuck, I'm leaving out Nina Ross.
That's 10.
That's 10.
That's 10.
All right.
I'll give you 2 more.
Okay.
2 more.
2 more. I'm gonna take. If I gotta take 2 more, I'm taking Freeway.
Okay.
And I'm taking Cassidy.
That's a dope list. Now that's new. Nobody had never added women onto that list.
Yeah,
That's
man.
new.
What? I'm taking Miss Jade. I'm taking Nina Ross. What? Them girls fired than a mother. Brother, you understand what I'm talking about? Man, what? I've been in the studio with them, man. I've been on the street with them. Man, what? Them my homegirls right there, man. Shout out Miss Jade right there, man, and Miss Ross, man. And they beautiful sisters too, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about looks wise, but spirit, man.
Right.
Two of the most beautiful, man, spirits, man, as far as females. Yeah, I mean, because females, they be grimy than a motherfucker, man. But them, man, being around them, man, I learned from them, man. You know what I'm saying? Just some studio tricks and stuff. And, man, they so down to earth and cool, man. To me, I don't know what nobody else's experience is. But to me, yeah, man, Nina Ross and Miss J got to go on that list for sure.
Yeah, that's a dope list. I like that. I like that. Well, Hollywood, aka
Dope
DNA.
You heard me? Oh, this is an awesome interview, man.
Yeah,
You know
yeah, no doubt, man.
Uptown.
Look, we uptown. We uptown.
You got
with
it first, man. Exclusive interview, man, like this.
You don't do too many interviews.
Nah, man. I'm busy just working and working, man. Staying away, man, out of the spotlight, man, if I can. But people always tell me, hey, you are the spotlight. Get out there. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? We just like whatever I'm doing, they like it. So I'm in front of the camera. I'm back. I got a video coming out, man, with my man King 9. That's called The Realest. You know what I'm saying? I wish we could play it, but I could spit a little bars real quick from it.
Go ahead.
I say, things just don't feel the same. They popping pills just to kill a pain. Raining so much, I don't even feel a rain. How can you just kill a man? Empty the clip, then reload, then spin back around like a ceiling fan. I'm listening while God talk. More than a fan, I'm a diehard, believing in achieving when you try hard. I used to trap out the skylark. Now they play me on your iHeart, receiving all my blessings, oh, that's God part. I just play my role good. When in the studio, we roll good. Step up in the booth and go so hood. Baby girl, my soul hood. These niggas lame in their own hood. You better ask about me in my old hood. Man, these niggas can't fuck with me, so it'll never be another me. Think like MC Hammer, ain't no touching me. Keep your flights and your business private. Can't withdraw until you make deposits, only doing business for the biggest profits.
I like that. That's what we can expect on those Jones.
I say, simple, we just using logic. If your enemy controls the media, then your ignorance gonna be the topic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's gonna be on the new joint, man.
Dope, man. Who's some of the artists that you working with now?
Oh man, so I've been working with my man King 9. I've been working with my man Pooh in the studio. My producer Dom, my man Fo. We in Rug Studio, so we're working with Rug.
Shouts to Rug.
I'm working with Sash P. Right now, I'm working with my man Jafia. Man, I gotta check all these people out, man. Who else we working with in there, man? 30. We got 30, man, in there. So this project gonna be mean, man. I can't wait till y'all get it. This project
man, listen, send it our way, man.
Oh yeah,
send it our way,
and
man.
I might even do this solid too, man. Invite y'all down to the studio so y'all can get a sneak peek and check out the records.
Let's get it.
So I'll be calling you, let me in our studio session at Batcave, so y'all can come down and get an exclusive too from there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's do that.